Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot Shop. I'm here to do a reading for the full moon in Capricorn. It is a lunar eclipse as well. It will be July 16th, which we are fastly approaching, and so I wanted to do my full moon spread for this reading. I will also have a pick a card up. It may already be up below this reading. I'm not sure which one I'll be uploading first. It's going to be a pick a card for what blessing this moon is bringing. I would urge anyone that is guided to watch it, to watch the entire reading, not just the one you pulled, because what unfolded was a very beautiful message that was all connected, and I love how it came out. So it's going to be pretty much like an all over reading as well, but it also is a pick a card too. So I'm focusing on everyone, law of attraction, and this is a general reading for this moon. I'm going to be using this mermaid deck. I think it's a Lana Fairchild deck. Pretty much everyone's familiar with this deck. So focusing on everyone, law of attraction, what this moon is going to bring for us July 16th, moving forward, and what has grown for you since the new moon in Cancer, July 2nd, time and tide, oceanic spells and rituals, time and tide. So 18 is the moon card. I do feel, not that I don't feel like the spells and rituals is important, but I feel like the time and the tide, with the 18 being the moon card, has actually what has grown for you. Just as the new moon turns into the full moon and it grows lighter and lighter each day, there's been illumination each day for us since that new moon has occurred. You have been becoming more aware. I feel like with the tide, the tide comes up and it comes in, it goes out. I feel like you have been what has grown for you is a sense of your own rhythms, a sense of perhaps the rhythms of your emotions, the ebb and the tide of one's emotions and emotional body. Could be in regards to love life, because she has got a little heart there in the sand that she's reflecting on. So it could have something to do with how your emotions wax and wane in regards to a romantic relationship. But I feel as overall you become very sensitive to your own emotional body, your own emotional state, the ins and outs of, I almost feel like, even though this is the moon card, I feel like, the things that add up, like in the 10 of swords, like one sword, like you see all those swords in your back, but each one got in there individually, right? So it was like the adding of them and how they kind of just like make you kind of just, you're mentally exhausted, or you could take no more. It's like hitting a rock bottom. I feel that energy here, and I feel like there's been illumination in regards to that for some reason, if that makes sense. If it's resonating for you, it's definitely going to make sense. It's like how things kind of, one thing adds on to another for us, and until we kind of like are like, oh my gosh, how did I get to this point? How did I let that happen? How did I take every one of those swords without putting an end to something? There's that realization, and there's almost like a feeling of things adding up, and really sensing that for yourself, really processing how we get into those, because it happens in life. There's rhythms of that, we're in that state off and on in periods of our lives, and so it's like really looking at that time in our lives and how we got ourselves to that point. And that is what has grown, I feel, for you since the new moon time frame, is really seeing how that energy has kind of, or how you've allowed that energy to accumulate in your life and kind of affect you. Where are you now in the light of this moon? And it is yearning, which is interesting. Again, a darker card. Longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. So you are yearning for, this is a romantic partner. This could be someone. So this is where you are at in the light of this moon. And again, with the 18 of the moon card here, and this card, and this is the 4, this is the Emperor, this is divine masculine energy here. So for divine feminines, this is definitely more like illusionary, mysterious type of energy. So maybe it is also looking at how, not having answers and not having certainty in regards to relationship has kind of brought up, really looking at that. But it's also, you're still in this energy of yearning and wanting and looking at something or someone, and perhaps it's kind of reached, because I'm getting that 10 of Swords feeling here. It's kind of reaching in a mental exhaustion, or how did I get here? Why didn't I put it into this? Analyzing or thinking about or taking other energies on as my own type of feeling to the point of exhaustion. So I don't know why that's coming up, but it is. But where you are is just literally yearning for someone or something, an undesired separation or pining. I'm going to say person, but it could be anything. It could be maybe you're wanting to connect with a job, or you want to relocate and you want to be in that place. It could be yearning for that place. It doesn't always have to be a person, but it, most likely can be. What will this moon illuminate? What has been hidden? And it is, again, secret. The magic of caution, secrecy, wary. It's going to illuminate a secret, something that you didn't know. Again, that's what I said, the mysteriousness of the 18 of this card and the effects of our emotions over time, how we can kind of ignore our emotions and then they come on us like a landslide, but all this kind of builds in a 10 of Swords type of feeling, and uncertainty and mental exhaustion and maybe trying to figure something out. I felt like a mysterious energy. So that mystery in regards to this is going to be revealed, okay? So anyone that is dealing with some unknowns in regard to a person that you are, romantically connected to or in love with, and you don't have all the answers, that is going to, reveal itself. There's going to be nothing more hidden in regards to that person. Mystery's over. And that mental mystery, it can keep us mysterious energy around a person or situation. It's like a puzzle, what's not fun about that? We want to learn about that person. We want to figure something out. But I feel like it has reached a mental exhaustion state of the 10 of Swords for a lot. And this moon is going to rectify that. It's like it's no longer cool. It's no longer fun. The mystery part of this is just no longer serving anyone any basis. For a while it was intriguing is the word you're giving me, and it's no longer intriguing. It's just not cool anymore. And so it's time now to bring the man out from behind the curtain, they're saying, and you're going to see what it is that you've actually been dealing with, and you're going to find out exactly what you wanted to know. Okay, so that's what they're telling me with this card. What is not serving you right now? Transparency, honest, authentic, genuine, and present, number 2. So perhaps I feel like someone you've been dealing with hasn't been real honest, and maybe you have been. Maybe you've been too honest. Maybe you've been too open and too transparent. Hasn't been serving you. I would normally say in this placement that this would be the opposite of that. You haven't been transparent enough. I feel their transparency, because we have the number 2. So I feel like two sides of a coin here. I feel like someone's been way too open and someone's been not open enough. And I feel like in this partnership, what hasn't served you is you've just been too full on. You have maybe revealed too much, or you've said too much, or you've just been, too honest versus, and that's to make it sound like it's not been a good thing, but it hasn't served you. What is not serving you now is that transparency, being too open for whatever the reason. And I feel like you may find that out here when you find out what that mystery was. Honest, authentic, genuine, and being present. So maybe just even being present. Maybe you're too present. Maybe you're too willing to give your time. Again, it's those little things that kind of add up to mental exhaustion. Time and time again, perhaps you listened or you was there for that person, or time and time again you tried to honestly figure something out, and it just didn't pan out for you. So it's not working for you right now. It's kind of working against you. How to release that this is like an overgiving kind of energy field adjustment, or clearing and health. So it is to clear your energy field, do energy healing work, working with your heart chakra, because our heart chakras can be closed, our heart chakras can be way too open, again, being overgiving. So for some, this could be that it's too open. I'm saying heart chakra because it's right here in the center, but it is yellow. So it is the willpower, it is the solar chakra as well, because of the yellow and the orange, the sacral chakra. But I do feel like, doing some sort of energy work to clear your energy of any heavy residue. Because again, like I said, when we feel that 10 of Swords, it's just like, it's not the greatest energy to be in, quite honestly. It's like we've just taken on way too much, and so there's a need to clear your energy here and to be able to release that overgiving. I'm hearing oversharing. Perhaps you overshared here, and it's coming from a place that it's like bringing up why you've overshared. Codependency, people pleasing, those are the reasons, those are, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment issues. These are all coming up to be clear. These are the reasons why one would overshare in a situation where you're not being given the information from the other side. There's not an equal reciprocity back here, and there's been some mysterious energy, which is going to be revealed. You're finally going to figure it out. But it's also in light of Spirit wants you to see your part in it, and it's been this oversharing. And remember, this is a general reading, so if these messages are triggering you or they don't resonate, please just don't take them because the message isn't for you. But for those that are willing to look at this in an aspect of responsibility and they feel that it does resonate for them, it's being brought up. Yeah, that's this person's deal. The not, being honest and not being upfront, creating mysterious energy around them. That's their deal. Your deal has been the things I just listed off: codependency, fears of abandonment, wounds. These types of wounds. The way to release all that for yourself is the energy work, the energy clearing. More of that is coming up and warranted. What will aid you? What aid will this moon bring to your life? As if this wasn't enough, because this feels like a lot. And it is air. Again, this is 26. This is reciprocity in relationship. The 6, of course, kind of be the lovers. But to me, it's this, in the feeling of this right now with this spread and what we're talking about, it's equal give and take, right? And it is breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies. Where when one is over-giving and suffocating, and one isn't giving enough, there is no balance. You're breathing out and not breathing in, or one's breathing in and not breathing out, right? So there is too much of one on one hand, too much of one on the other, and there's no even flow. So what it's going to bring is an equal balance, an equal sharing, an equal give and take. And it's going to restore life to this number 2, to this partnership, okay? So that within the partnership, there's going to be equal balance and there's going to be life restored. It's like a resuscitation. But to get to this resuscitation place, there needs to be things revealed and there needs to be a backing off for your own self. So there needs to be things brought into balance, which means putting up boundaries, so I feel like things are going to kind of get worked out, and it's going to be because of this moon. Is it going to happen on the 16th? Probably not, but because of this moon and its energies of this new moon and this full moon and the eclipses, that's what it's going to put into play. And because this is equaling 8, this could be in August even, or it could be 8 weeks, it could even be 8 months out. But there is going to be balance restored and life restored, life-giving energies restored here. So hopefully everyone has enjoyed this reading. Your superpower in regards to this right now, it's interesting. They're always telling me now to do a superpower for the energies. And your superpower right now is your sanctuary. And I'm not surprised because of what I felt back here. Oversharing, overgiving, being too transparent, being too available, they're saying. Being way too available to another, not having enough. I mean, there's even something to be said for having a mystery. It keeps people interested, right? It's fun. It keeps people intrigued. But it's gone too far now, they're saying. In this instance, for those viewing this here has just gone on too far. It's stagnating. It's not serving a purpose. It's hindering your process on your journey right now. And so your superpower right now is this. Your sanctuary. Your boundaries, pulling back, just as I said here as this is unfolded. Privacy, your privacy, inviolate personal space, respected boundaries and taboos. So it's like, hey, I'm taking care of me, and that's your superpower right now. So just do know that things will improve. And also, it's funny because 8, 9, 10, air. Okay, now I get it. This could also be air sign time frame. When I said 8, it could be August, but I'm getting, when I see all this together, I'm getting Libra. I'm getting Libra time frame. So, like I said, I don't think this is good. For some, this can happen on July 16th, but I think it's going to be all the way out into Libra that this actual rebalance occurs. So between now and the end of Libra, this is going to be revealed to you. You're going to be taking on more of these qualities. Things are going to kind of come together in a mix like the Temperance card feeling, and it'll even itself out. For those that are guided, for those that resonate, like I said, if this triggers you or you don't feel like that's your message, simply don't take it. No need to comment, no need to get mad, just move on to another video. But that's the message that's coming up here, and this is your superpower, your privacy. So angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love.